Hello. Welcome. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is. Welcome to my new videos, all about playing drums, of course. So today we are going to do some eighth note grooves, getting started on the basics of drumming. But first of all, a warm-up. You should already know this if you're playing drums already, but we're going to do some single stroke rolls, some double stroke rolls, and some paradiddles just for a few minutes. So starting off, with some nice, always be prepared. Some nice eighth note singles. 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 as we're getting warmed up, getting myself into the swing of things here, we want to have a nice straight back. We want to have good full strokes coming back to 90 degrees between each stroke, pointing to the gods of drums in the sky. And we want to be relaxed. A little bit of air between the elbows and the rib cage. A little bit of space to move there. Nice, easy swing, just helping the stick back up. Just letting it drop and bounce back. Got a new setup today, different camera, loads of different stuff. So I'm going to be constantly a bit confused, I think, as I get into the swing of things. Having not done a video for a week feels completely foreign. So hopefully you were all practicing nicely last week. Hopefully everything sounds good today. I've got you on a tiny little screen. I can just see that Mario has said hello. Hello, Mario. Welcome back. Let's get into some doubles now. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and staying nice and relaxed. Nice upright posture. Little bit of a lean back. Just letting the sticks bounce. Relax the shoulders. All feeling lovely. We're just at 60 BPM today, eighth note rate. And we're going to start off our grooving nice and slow as well. For a lot of you guys who are my students, the grooves today are going to be pretty straightforward. But we're going to go a little bit more in detail with them, learn a little bit more about them, find out our strengths and weaknesses, perhaps find we've forgotten some things, mix the order up a little bit. Loads of fun. So let's move to a paradiddle just to finish our warm-up. 3 and 4 and right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Lovely stuff. Really nice. Hopefully starting to feel a little bit relaxed, comfortable at the kit. If you're not comfortable, just adjust yourself a little bit. Right, left, left. Making sure you got that nice straight back, relaxed shoulders. Just playing from the wrist. Little flick of the wrist. Right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Today is the start of a journey. We're going to take you back through everything you've learned before. And if you're newer to drums, take you through a load of stuff that you haven't yet learned as well. Exciting. Left, right, right, left, right, left, 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 right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Do say hello if you're there. If you can take a minute away from the drums at some point, perhaps when you feel like you just need a little rest. Later on in the session. It's just going to be a shorter one today than my last practice videos, maybe 20, 30 minutes. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. A little bit more of that. And then let's get on to some groove playing. Come groove with me. Here we go. Are you ready? I'm not. I need a little bit more volume in my ears. There we go. the dulcet tones of Fred. So we're going to start off super slow, just for any beginners out there to catch up. Hello, 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 everyone. So we're going to play the basic eighth note groove, a kick on 1 and 3, snare drum on 2 and 4, hi-hat playing all the eighth notes, and we're at 60 BPM, super, super slow, but we'll see why later on. Let's get going. 2 and 3 and 4 and boom, ga, boom, ga. At the moment, I want you to play this with nice, even hi-hats, not accenting too much. Nice loud kick, nice loud snare. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The whole point of this being, you're going to sit on a groove, get a little bit more comfortable with it, perhaps than you have before. Perhaps we're going to find new ways of playing that groove. Think about how we accent things, how we phrase things. Ooh, talking of accents, there we go. Little rim shot for you. Special treat. Just really settling into that, checking your posture, checking you've got no no funniness going on in your posture, that you're not moving the upper body with the bass drum. That's something I notice a lot of you guys doing. You don't need to move the upper body, just the leg. Bam. Bah. Bah. This speed, of course, 60 BPM, super slow. Not many tunes are this fast. But if we were to go double time, we would be at a little bit of a Michael Jackson kind of tempo. And this beat, J.R. Robinson plays for a good 4 or 5 minutes. Throughout, I've forgotten the song's name now. Let's just think about that for a second. Double speed. That's where we want to get this to, at least. So, I think you're probably all feeling pretty comfortable with this at this speed. Let's just take it up a notch. Just a second. All the way up to 80. And now we're going to start thinking about how we're playing. 3 and 4 and that feels better, doesn't it? A little bit more musical. So now we could start to accent a little bit on the hi-hat with the bass drum and the snare drum. You can see what I'm doing there. Just try and copy that. Maybe even get a little molar motion into that. A little bit of the wrist coming up. Not deviating from the groove, not moving away, just enjoying what's going on. Finding the music in there. Staying relaxed. The basics of groove here. The bread and butter. This is what drummers make their money playing. And so many songs, all the stuff you hear in the charts, based around this groove. Kick on 1 and 3, snare on 2 and 4. So much stuff, so much material just with this basic groove. So hopefully you're finding a little bit of that accent with the hi-hat. Maybe you've got that already. Maybe that's not a problem for you. Let's see if we can keep that going later on as well when we get into some different bass drum patterns. So nice and relaxed. If we mess around with our hi-hat, we get so many different feels. Let's lose the accent for a bit and just go nice and quiet with the hi-hat. Can you still get that nice loud kick and snare while playing that nice tippy-tappy hi-hat? The 60s style hi-hat, the James Brown, the Beatles, all of those grooves using this kind of more tippy-tappy technique on the top of the hi-hat with the tip of the stick. If we dig in a little bit more, get a little bit more of a bouncy kind of hip-hop feel, accenting everything, that kind of 80s, early 90s hip-hop feel. Really nice. How's that feeling? Of course, now we don't have to worry about accidentally accenting with the bass and snare because everything's accented. Let's come back now to our quarter note accent. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Really whispering that and 1 and 2. What I'm actually doing there is I'm playing the shoulder of the stick, the edge of the stick, on the edge of the hi-hat for the quarter notes, and then just the tip of the stick for the ands in the body of the hi-hat in the middle. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. Maybe you want to try changing your hand position a little bit. If I move my hand more over here, I'm a little bit more French grip for my hi-hat technique. Always pretty much want to be playing German grip for the snare. That is with the palm facing down. But on the hi-hat, I've moved to have my thumb on top. You may find that more comfortable. You might feel it's more comfortable being out here, both palms facing down. If I was to come to the ride, I would almost definitely be playing French grip. Really nice there. Feels much more comfortable there. And on the floor tom, of course, as well. So grips are not a thing that we just stick in. We tend to move around a little bit. So let's now add 2 bass drums so we get that kind of We Will Rock You sound. Here we go. Boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba. Let's straighten those hi-hats out. Dum, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba. Lovely. I'm not going to sing We Will Rock You for you. Bores the hell out of me. Too many times playing that. Ba, dum, dum, da, dum, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom. So let's now see if we can still get that lovely hi-hat accent pattern going on. Well, we're going to play the bass drum still with the quiet note now on the and. Before, the bass drum was only playing on the accented notes. So, see how much you can exaggerate that. If we open the hi-hats up a bit, we start to get that real rock sound, that little trashy dustbin hi-hat. Dum dum ba, dum dum ba, dum dum ba, dum dum ba. Always nice to experiment a little bit with what that left foot is doing, just to add a little bit of dynamic to your song, building up to the chorus, whatever it is you're doing. Lovely stuff. We could invert our accent pattern. One for later, maybe. But I'm just going to show you it now, putting the accent onto the offbeat. Dum, ba, dum, di, ba, di, dum, di, ba, di, ba, ba. We're going to come back to that with our most basic groove, our bread and butter beat later on. Ga, dum, dum, ba, dum, dum. Try and resist the urge to do anything extra, like I am. But I will occasionally put some extra things in, just to give you some little inspiration for variations that you can put in there. We're working on a number of things here. I've chosen purposefully not to have any kind of overlays going on, showing the beat written down. If you're one of my students, you should know how to read already. And I want to work on the ear here a little bit. So you're really just working to replicate what you're hearing coming from me. Still checking nice relaxed shoulders, nice straight back, good posture overall. Not doing too much work with the arms, just letting the sticks do the work. Good. Let's mix up now our 2 patterns that we've looked at so far. So we have 1 bass drum the first time, 2 the second time. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Ga, so, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, ba. Resist the urge to play extra things, you more advanced students. Dum, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba. Dum, dum. No 6-stroke rolls, please, or 5-stroke rolls with singles. Ga, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba. Things that I don't count as cheating. Putting in open hi-hats. Dum, dum, ba, dum. That's nice. We like that. Dum, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba. A little rough though, that's cheating. Dum, dum, ba, dum. Really working to build our confidence here, our focus. Dum, dum, ba. And a little bit our endurance as well. Dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum. So we've got here, dum, ba, pop beat 1, pop beat 2, and now pop beat 3, combining the previous 2 grooves. Ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba. And these make up so much music we listen to. Ba, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, 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 ba, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba. Sometimes it's nice to just give yourself a little fill, just so that you know where you are. Dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba. A little open hi-hat at the end of a 4-bar phrase helps you know where you are as well. Dum, ba, dum, dum, ba. We always want to be thinking in these 4-bar phrases. So much music is in 4-bar phrases, 8-bar phrases, multiples thereof. Dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba. Simple fills, always the best. Dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, 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 ba, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba. So in a second, what we're going to do is bring those 2 bass drums in the second half back an 8th note. So at the moment we've got 1, 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. We're going to bring it so it's the and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. Helps if I play it correctly. And 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. You know it helps with music. Dum, dum, in your mind. Dum, dum, dum. Checking your posture. Dum, 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 boom, boom. So hopefully you've managed to keep this little accenting pattern going with the hi-hat here. Dum, dum, dum. Dum, dum. We could play all of these with straight hats. Dum, dum. Little ticky hat. Dum, dum, dum. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Nice little ticky hat. Dum, dum. Let's get that driving hat. Dum, dum. Tick, tack, tick, dum, tick, tack, dum, dum. Dum, dum, dum. Dum, 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 dum. Offbeat hat. Dum, 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 dom, 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 dom. And back to the chord note. Dom, ba, bom, bom, ba. Changes the feel so much. Dom, dom. You make a mistake, hide it with a little fill. Ga, best thing you'll ever learn. Dom, dom, ba, dom, ba, bom, bom. Or just ignore it, no one notices. Ga, dom, dom, smile more. Dom, ga, dom, dom, very important. Dom, ba, dom, dom. People believe you when you smile. Ga, boom, boom. Boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, boom. Lovely stuff. So I donned a shirt today, especially for this occasion. Isn't that exciting? That is a lovely bit of work there. There's another load of eighth note grooves we can do, but I'm going to get onto those next week. What I want to do now is make some 2-bar phrases. 2-bar phrases incorporate 2 beats, 2 grooves smashed together to make a longer sentence, a longer phrase. And these are so important. We've got to concentrate a bit more, focus a little bit more, remember where we are a little bit more. And they work in music so much better a lot of the time because they give us a little bit more interest. They give us something to look forward to, kind of the different elements coming around in circles. So I want to take the metronome up a little bit for this so that we can get a little bit more of a speedy practice going on. Let's just have a little look. What do you reckon? 95? Go from 80 to 95? Nice upbeat kind of hip hop tempo? Yeah, I think so. Ooh. So what are we going to do? We're going to start off dead simple, just alternating between pop beat 1, pop beat 2. So 1 bass drum for the whole of the first bar, 2 in each half of the second bar. 2 and 3 and 4 and boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba. Feels fast, right? Ga, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom. Focus, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba. Little dance, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, boom. Getting funky now, boom, boom, ba. How nice does that feel, having that little change? Dum, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba. Of course, if we've got a dum, ba, a 2-bar phrase going on as well, it's easier to know where we are in the piece of music. Dum, ba, dum, ba, ba, boom, ba, boom, 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 ba, da, boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, ba, da, dum, boom, 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 ba, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba. That little broken 16th fill works anywhere. Boom, boom, ba, boom, boom. That's the only fill you need. One of the only ones. Dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, ba, dum. Ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba. Thought of the hi-hat? Dum, ba, ba, da, dum, ba, ba, dum, ba, da. If you're playing on the right cymbal, gotta click the hi-hat with your left foot, on the chord note, ba, ba. I'll do a whole video of that in the future. But if you know how to play already, take this as your chance to practice that a little bit. Ba, dum, ba, ooh, dum, ba, da, dum, ba, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, da, dum, ba, ba, dum, ba, da. When you first start using the hi-hat in this way, ba, you will start to feel a little bit of an ache. Ba, ba, in the front of your shin. Ba, sorry, 1, ba, 3, ba, 1 and ba, 3 and ba, da, dum, ba, 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 da, ba, Woo! Lovely stuff. So that is pattern 2-bar phrase number 1. 2-bar phrase number 2. I would like to bring in now our last pattern. Boom, ba, boom, boom, ba. But I want to put it at the end of the bar, that dum dum. Instead of being and 2, we're going to do the and of 4 onto the 1 of the next bar. We're going to get this. Boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, boom. Single bass drum on the start of the second bar, and then 2 in the second half, 3 and. So all together, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, ba, dum, ba. With a metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, da, dum, ba, dum, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom. Oh, can't resist it. Boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, da, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, dum, dum, ba, boom, ba, boom. Oh, I missed it. Boom, boom, ba, boom, boom. You got to focus, you see. Boom, ba, dum, dum. There we go. Dum, dum, ba, da, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom. There are so many combinations of these grooves. Ga, dum, dum, ba. You can come up with endless variations just with these 4 things that we've looked at today. Boom, boom, ba, da, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, dum. Ba dum dum ba dum ba dum ba dum dum ba dum dum ba ba dum ba dum ba dum dum ba dum dum ba. I'm going to put 2 in. Dum dum ba dum dum ba dum dum ba. Let's keep that. Boom ba boom boom ba boom boom ba boom boom ba da dum ba dum dum ba dum dum ba dum ba. Sorry, dum da dum dum ba dum dum ba dum dum ba dum ba dum dum ba dum dum ba ba dum ba dum dum ba. Little sax fill. Dum ga ga dum ba dum. Lovely little guy. Dum da dum dum ba bum bum ba da dum ba bum ba bum bum ba dum dum da 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 dum ba dum ba dum dum ba dum ba ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum. Oh, keep it going. Bum bum ba dum, but not every time. Dum ba da dum ba 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 ga dum. Very, very nice. Just got 2 more things for you today, guys. Time flies when you're playing drums, and it has certainly flown by. For me today, I hope it has for you. First off, I'd like to come back to our first groove and look at that lovely offbeat hi-hat accent. Just see if we can get that down. Going to bring it back down to 80 BPM for this. And then after that, after a minute or so of this, I'm going to test you all with a little bit of a 120 groove. See how you feel with this. We might even freestyle the bass drum patterns a little bit so we can mix it up. So let's go. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. That's tricky, but it's so nice when we get this lovely funky little hi-hat, little reggae hat, if you will. Jing, 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 da da dum, jing, 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 jing. Remember, I'm allowed to improvise. You're not. Jing, jing, jing. You can do whatever you like. I'm not there. Jing, 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 jing. This little accent pattern, whether on the beat or off the beat, is so important because as we work on the motion for this, we're going to be able to speed up our grooving overall as well. It's easier to play at speed with this little accent. So when it comes to 1/116th, this is going to help us. Just playing a faster rock tune or pop tune is going to help us there as well. So really, really good to start to get this little molar action that we start to work on with this. Remember, tip, edge. Tip for the quiet notes, edge for the loud notes, for the accents. Quite nice. There's a little bell of the ride cymbal pattern. Ding, 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 da, 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 boom. Tons and tons that you can do with that. Such a lovely groove. So, the final test. I'm going to go beyond. I was going to test you at 120. Let's go to 1, 2, 3, just because I did it by accident. I quite like it when numbers go up in order like that. I also like 88, for example. All of the consecutive numbers or same number doubled. Yeah, weird. So, Michael Jackson vibes here. Oh, let's lose that eighth note on the click. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, boom, well, she was more like a beauty queen on the beauty scene. She said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one to and the dance and the fall and the round boom. Helps so much if you got that music in your head. And that little action, little accenting action on the hi-hat helps us speed it up as well. We could play it with straights, depending on the style of music you're playing. Could work really well, nice and quiet, nice and loud. But I want to get that little accent out, because a lot of you guys aren't necessarily working that into your playing. We need it there. And always the way to get a new thing in is to come back to basics. I was going to call this this lesson series Beat to Basics, but actually I changed my mind at the last minute. Come groove with me. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Lovely, a little stick click to finish us off there. So guys, lovely stuff. I hope you have all enjoyed that, learnt things from that. I'm just going to move you across to my bigger screen so I can see what you lovely people have been saying. And if anyone would like to give me more feedback, hello, Laura, hello Andrew, hello Darren, how are we doing? Have we all enjoyed ourselves today? I do hope so. Any feedback would be greatly received. And for all future human beings who may be watching this, I have a Patreon page where you can send me money and stuff so I can buy coffee and drumsticks and all the things I need to keep making these videos. You students of mine who are watching now, you don't need to worry about this, but the link is in the description below. So that's been a lot of fun. Next week, we'll continue with some eighth note grooves, getting a little bit deeper again with some more kick drum patterns, and we're going to continue from there. So every Monday, 5 p.m. UK time. I look forward to seeing you next time. Do get on my Facebook page, get on my Twitter, get on my Instagram, whatever, all /FredN1D. And then you can get all the updates. And I'm probably texting you updates and stuff about them anyway if you're one of my students. So all good. So guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your evening, the rest of your week. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.